Hey everyone, I'm Gary with Dixie Overland. We've got a little mud on the tires today, and I'm going to give you 5 things that I do not like about the Jeep Gladiator. Stay tuned. So before we get started on today's video, I did want to mention a fantastic Jeep-related podcast called The Jeep Talk Show. It's available on all platforms, including iTunes, and with over 500 episodes, it is the most listened to Jeep podcast in the world. So the first thing that I don't like about the Jeep Gladiator is the fact that the rear seat is not lockable on the bottom. So your storage compartment is going to be completely exposed to anyone who wants to take anything out of there when you have the top or the doors off. Now, you can buy aftermarket options, but they tend to get pricey. Jeep also does have a locking security box that does go down there, but again, you're talking about very pricey. I kind of think that Jeep should have had a way for that to lock down from the factory. Before I get to the second thing, I want to say that if you haven't subscribed already to our channel, please do so we can bring you more videos like this. So, the second thing that I really dislike about the Jeep Gladiator is the fact that lockers don't come standard. As a matter of fact, lockers only come on the above models, the highest models like the Mojave and the Rubicon. Why aren't they available on lower models? Why aren't they available as an option to add to some of the lower model trims? This is actually kind of infuriating because of the fact that Jeep is an off-road company. They've been around for over 70 years. This is one of those things where it should be standard because you are the trailblazer of this industry. So the third thing that I really dislike about the Jeep Gladiator is the fact that bed power doesn't come standard. This seems like an option that's kind of left out on a pickup truck that competes with other pickup trucks in this market that do have bed power. They either come standard or comes part of some lower level trim packages. Now, you can install a bed outlet back here, which I will do in a future video, for not a lot of cost, but it's the fact that at this price point, it doesn't have something like this, which I consider very important, especially if you do off-roading, especially if you do overlanding. So before I get to the fourth thing that I dislike about the Gladiator, I wanted to take a moment and give a shout out to Wheel. Now you can get your shirts just like this awesome one that I'm wearing right now, also hoodies, hats, women's clothing, kids clothing. Just go to wheeledlife.com for some awesome designs when it comes to the off-road lifestyle. So the fourth thing that I absolutely dislike about the Jeep Gladiator are the stock headlights. If you don't get the LED package, you may as well have somebody holding a candle on the inside of this with a mirror. They are awful. They are god-awful. What you should do, the first thing, whenever you get a Gladiator with the stock headlights without the LED package, is upgrade your headlights to LEDs. It's a safety issue, for God's sakes. The visibility is literally night and day. They are awful. Have I said how awful they are? The headlights that we decided to switch out to were actually made by Oracle, and all we did was change out the bulbs. So for a little over $100, you can change out the bulbs and have LED headlights. Alright, this is a much cheaper option than going to full LED headlights, but also the LED package from Jeep is upwards of $900 as an option. You can exchange almost all of your lights for more stylish lights, brighter lights, better performing lights for a lot less than that. Before I get to the fifth thing that I think that Jeep could improve on with the Gladiator, I'm going to give you a bonus one at the very end, so stick around for that. The fifth thing that I dislike about the Gladiator is the fact that it has a lot of wind noise. The hardtop is not made of very much. A little bit of fiberglass, but there's not much insulation up there. So whenever you're going down the highway at a pretty brisk pace, or you have a very windy day, let's say you get some of these great thunderstorms like we have down here in the south, or for you folks out west, you get very, very windy days out there. The noise can actually be very, very distracting while you're driving, and you know, they say just turn up your radio and it'll go away. And it does. There are aftermarket solutions to this where you can put headliners up there. Jeep even offers a solution for this to where you can get something that buffers the noise. What's interesting to me is that Jeep identified the fact that it had a lot of wind noise, offers an OEM product to fix their own issue. That really bugs me when they charge you on top of something to fix something they know is wrong. So because you stuck around to the end of this video, I'm going to give you one extra thing that I dislike about the Jeep Gladiator, and that's this, the little media port door. I don't know why they designed it like this at all. First off, whenever you have your wire in there, there's no way you can close it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, when it goes up, it actually doesn't go up and it doesn't sit flush with this section up here. So if you were to accidentally come up on it or hit it with your leg, or your passenger hits it or something like that, you could see that breaking very easily. If it actually sat flush all the way up here, then perhaps it reduces that chance of breakage. Or a better idea is, how about the hinge is on the bottom so it folds downward instead of upward? That would be even better. But that's the other thing that I dislike about the Jeep Gladiator, is this flappy auxiliary door. So I've given you some thoughts on things that I dislike about the Jeep Gladiator. However, overall, I love this vehicle. It's a fantastic vehicle to drive. It does everything that I need it to do. Despite its minor flaws, I think it's definitely well worth the purchase if you are considering one. Well, with that being said, there's going to be another video coming out about things that I absolutely love about the Jeep Gladiator, so stay tuned for that. Until then, this has been Gary from Dixie Overland. We'll see y'all down the road. I don't know why I stopped. All right. So before I get on to the fourth tip, we're not doing tips, I'm my bartender.